Hi, welcome to our league match versus Wolves. They're 18th. We actually played them in a cup and we struggled a bit in the first half to beat them. I think we came through pretty easily in the end, but I think we need to keep that in mind. It's a match we definitely should win. Just checking my calendar now, see if I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What am I talking about? No, it was in the league. And now it's in the cup. So we definitely want to win this cup if we can. So I think we just need to field our strongest team, try and get the win. Oh, I say that, but then Arellano was one yellow card away from a suspension, and we got Neos Cosmos next in the league, and yeah, basically we are. It's neck and neck. If he beats us in that league match, then it's pretty much nearly tied at the top. So we want to win this, but we want to win the next match. We want to win every match, but I think really if we rest Arellano and then get knocked out, I think we're just going to really just regret it a lot. Whereas if we play him and he gets suspended for the next match and then we lose the next match, we would regret it less, basically. So I think the key here really is we'll go with our best team. However, I'm just going to instantly pause it. So I think we can not play with this faster tempo and not be so aggressive at the start. Not much to update really. It's a pretty balanced match, but as you can see, we are. Walsh started with a knock, so it's not quite that extreme. But I think we're going to have that upper hand in the second half, and also it's a cup match, so they're not online. So if it is a draw, then we have that extra we'll have that advantage because we're online. We'll have some extra condition, we'll have subs, we'll have lots of things going in our favour. So I think things are going okay for now. Twice as many shots, we're kind of in control. We're happy if it's a draw at the end and goes to extra time. So I think all things considered, in fact we are now doing so well that we just want to play faster tempo, because the quicker we can get a couple goals, the quicker we can get Arellano off the pitch, and the quicker we can get him off the pitch, the less chance there is that he might get a yellow card and be suspended for the next match, or injured for that matter. We really would like to just get one goal though, and then we can take the attack. We've got to immediately take that tackling down now. It's very close to being game over. We need to be thinking about getting Arellano off, I think. Just don't know whether to wait for the third goal or not. I think it's just a combination of either the third goal or it's a shame. About to say we didn't need to worry about the or because we just got it, but we didn't just get it. So I think either that third goal or just a bit more time to elapse. So we're pretty much there, and fortunately I've got to change this formation around as well. No striker. We still have no third striker in the squad. Kind of crazy. You know what, I'm just going to pause it. We're going to sub up Arellano anyway. Just need to work out what. If he gets a yellow card now just before half time, we'll really regret it. He'll be suspended for the match that could determine who wins the whole league. So he's got to come off. It's just, what do we do? I guess we just bring Hazard on and just try and maintain a pretty attacking tactic, I guess. We could go more defensive and shut up shop, but I just don't think it's necessary. I think we're okay. We're just too much in control. The lead, the chances, going defensive. It's like, I mean, we'll probably win anyway, but I think if we just keep taking the game to them, I think that's the safest way to make sure that even if we get really unlucky, that we will still win, because even if they get super lucky and score 3 goals, we'll probably just score another one ourselves anyway, so it won't matter. So we're thinking about another player to sub off here. I think the next logical candidate is the one that will hurt us the most if he gets injured, which is our goalkeeper. Just got to bear in mind though that if we do sub that goalkeeper and then the backup gets injured or sent off, that really won't be particularly great. So we need to make sure that if we do it, that we could still win the match even if it happens, which I think just means waiting for the 4th goal or waiting just for more time to elapse. And I think, there we go, I think now we're sort of in that position that it shouldn't really matter even if our backup keeper gets sent off now, so we should probably win anyway. Just thinking about this last sub now, who should come off. I think either Yajic or Tinkler, or James. James, I guess, is another clear candidate here because we've just got no backup. We don't even have another. We've only got 2 strikers in the whole squad. So I think probably him. And I think about now is the right time. I mean, Pires can play up front, but his best position is right wing, and his second best position is attacking midfield. So he's just a very makeshift striker. So easy win, really. I don't know what else there is to say. Always in control. Always knew we were going to win, pretty much. I think largely that probably something, us fielding our strongest team probably had something to do with that. Because in the very early stages of the match, it was a bit balanced, and they might have got, if we had a weaker starting squad, they might have had the upper hand. They might have got a couple of goals. It might have ended up in a real struggle. But I think it was the right decision to start Arellano and take the risk that he could get the yellow and miss the next match. And it was the right decision to sub him off. Probably just a slight mistake that we should have done it straight after that third goal. Not ummed and ahed about it for those minutes. He might have got a yellow card in those minutes and then missed the next match. Slight mistake, but at the end of the day, we still realised that we were making a mistake. We did pause it before half time. We did get him off before half time. So part mistake, but also part, we limited the damage of the mistake. We weren't punished for it, so that's good. When we got other players off, and I felt we said that as soon as that fourth goal goes in, we can get the keeper off. We did, and this next sub, I think the timing was pretty decent. Maybe it could have been a little bit earlier, but all in all, I think it was pretty good. But I guess it can't be understated that this sub should have definitely happened straight after the third goal, and that he could have got a yellow card in that time. And if he did, he'd be suspended for the next match. We could easily lose the next match with or without him. Definitely more chance of losing without him though. And the result of this next match could easily end up deciding who wins the league, and we can have a look why again. So again, it's just one of those ones. It's quite an innocuous, small mistake, but it could have had could have been epic in magnitude in regards to the knock-on impacts that this mistake could have had. It could literally have meant that we lose the league, that we would have won this mistake, just not doing this up after this. So shouldn't be understated. However, I think praise where praise is due. We still recognised that we were making a mistake, and we paused it, and then we corrected it and hauled him off before half time. And who only knows, maybe if we didn't do that, he would have got a yellow card before half time. And the fact that we corrected our mistake as soon as we picked up that we were making it, maybe that saved the day here. So you make good calls, you make bad calls. It's just trying to make as many good ones as you can, and as few bad ones as you can. But you're always going to make good ones, and you're always going to make bad ones. You just got to try and do your best to be as efficient as you can. So we weren't 100% efficient, and we know it for a fact, but we were still. I guess the point is that once something is in the past that's happened, you can't change it anymore. We've made a mistake. We haven't done it here. We haven't done it here, and we haven't done it here, and we haven't done it here. And as each minute passes, the previous minute is then in the past, and you can't go back and change it. You made the mistake. Nothing you can do about not having made that mistake anymore. All you can do is just make the correct decision from that point in time forwards. And we recognised that we had made a mistake, and that we were still continuing to make a mistake every minute. And when we realised that, we did pause it and did correct it. So I want to point out that we have made a mistake, but also that I think it was a very good thing that we recognised that we were making a mistake, and that we did pause it and we did do something about it, because it was all too easy to make excuses. Half time is soon, or this or that. Could have easily just sat back and made excuses to ourselves why it doesn't need to be done now, and just done it at half time. That it would have been really easy to have done that, but we didn't. We paused it. We recognised we were making a mistake. We paused it, and we immediately did something about it and fixed it. So praise where praise is due. I think that was a good decision. I'm just saying it's a bad one followed by a good one. This was absolutely spot on, and I think, and then this last sub, I don't know, you could argue it could have been a bit earlier. At the end of the day, it was still relatively early here for a third sub. Could have been a bit earlier, but I think that's okay. I think I'm pretty comfortable with that one. So all in all, easy win. Only one relatively small mistake that could potentially have cost us the entire league. So depending on how you look at it, it's not that small. And this is why it might have cost us the whole league, because our next match is against Neos Cosmos. So he wins that, and points are equal, and clearly, if it's a draw, I mean, it's clearly a very important match. Basically, it's so tight. I mean, every match is important because it's so close, but we're literally playing him next. And if we're having one of our very best players missing for the match that didn't have to be missing, and he was only missing because of a mistake that we made, that's the type of mistake that we deserve to lose that match. We deserve to lose the league over it, to be quite frank. And we're lucky to have got away with it, but maybe we wouldn't have got away with it if we didn't recognise that we were making a mistake. So just putting it out there. It's so competitive, it's so tight, and you just can't afford to make too many mistakes if you want to win stuff, no matter how good your team is. So cheers, thanks for watching, and catch you for the next match. Cheers.